Talk Radio.
Once again, so let's start. And I guess we should start. Welcome to BlockTalk Podcast that explores the world of blockchain technology and its endless possibilities. Today, all right, everyone, welcome.
But what does make a good educational program and like a high quality educational program in the blockchain space, in my opinion, is the very direct link to reality, to real life use cases and to practice. So, nowadays, even with ChatGPT, I can write a prompt and say, tell me everything about blockchain content creation. And probably I will get even a AI created course. I know of a company that does that. However, what makes a course really unique is the link to real life use cases and experts that can tell you about their experience, tell you exactly tips from their job, advise you exactly how to do certain things, and also the conversation you are able to have with them. So in my opinion, a very high quality educational course would be something where you have access to experts who you can ask questions, questions related to what you're interested in, and who can share with you current trends, current tips and tricks, how to do a certain job. And I think the challenges for people from emerging countries is that maybe there are not many organizations that have access to that kind of experts, because of course the expert that you should talk to is someone with experience, someone that has worked for a large company or has worked internationally. I think these are the interesting experts you want to talk to and you want to learn from. So I think this could be one of the challenges. And the second challenge is, of course, the financial part. Like, a lot of the blockchain programs are paid and are very expensive. If you're going for a very high quality program. And of course, people in emerging countries have a different buying power than people in Western economies. Even, I have done some research, and I think people in English-speaking countries such as UK and the US pay a lot for education, so a lot for educational courses. And then comes Europe, where people are a bit more hesitant. They don't like to pay that much. And then come, of course, the emerging countries, where you're very cautious about your budget and you prefer something for free or something that is not that expensive. But of course, the price tag of a program also signals the quality of the program, right?
Sure.
So this is also something that I think is a bit challenging when it comes to emerging countries, how to find really high quality programs that are also accessible in terms of pricing.
Thank you so much. When it comes to pricing, that's a topic that is always being looked at in this part of the world, which is Africa. Due to the economy, when a cost is so pricey, it has a challenge of people having access to it. Notwithstanding, EkoLance is doing a whole lot, and I think the first course I attended was actually free, and it was super still nourishing in that it was super advanced. Like, we had a whole lot of people coming in to tutors on different aspects, and I learned a whole lot. So with that said, how does EkoLance provide mentorship and support to graduates to help them succeed in their careers?
So thank you, Barry, for the compliment on our courses. We always try to provide a very accessible education. We still have free spots in every hour of every of our programs for applicants that come from emerging countries that are they have to go through like a application process, but we still have free spots. We still offer free education. So for us, it's very important to offer this accessibility. This is one of our main pillars, accessible education for everyone. So how do we provide mentoring? How do we help people to actually into the blockchain space,
Yeah.
except the educational programs. So first, as I said, we try to connect the people to companies through the lecturers that we have, and everyone can then contact the lecturers. As I said, the lecturers mostly are coming from companies that are hiring, so you can contact them and then apply for a job directly.
Okay.
And we also have a mentorship program that we are offering. It's a group mentorship program for everyone from our community. And we work with industry experts. I think currently we have about 8 industry experts in the program that offer their time to mentor our community. So as a part of our community, you can look at the list. The list is on our website. We have a dedicated section for the mentorship program. And you can look at the experts that are part of the program and pick a topic that you're passionate about. For example, we have someone who works as a product manager in the Web3 space. We have an entrepreneur in the metaverse space. We have Solidity developer and smart contract auditor. So we have different kinds of professionals that people can pick from and apply for a mentorship session. And during the mentorship session, it's a 1-hour session where they can ask questions. It's not a lecture or anything. It's just time for you and the professional to ask them questions. And, you can even ask them, okay, I am interested in, making a podcast, and you have a successful podcast. How do I bring my podcast to the next level? How do I get people to pay to advertise in my podcast? How do I reach out more listeners? All these things you can directly ask. And this, I think, brings a lot of value because mentoring is one of the main pillars of career success, because if you have a good mentor that really knows the industry, has connections, and has really inside information about the market, you can advance your career much, much quicker than learning yourself or trying out the things yourself.
Well said. Thank you so much. And mentorship is super important, just like you said, when it has to do with career building. Talking about you made mention of a couple of courses. You said you have this mentorship course. Could you please give us a rundown of the basic courses EkoLance runs?
Yeah, of course. So the current courses that we are running are the token analyst course. So this is for people who would like to become token researchers and token analysts. So people who would like, for example, to work for financial services companies and help them research cryptocurrencies and tokens from an investor's point of view. This is a very interesting and very innovative program. We're the first educational platform to offer this program. We also have a smart contract audit course. We are one of the few organizations in the whole world actually that offers that kind of program. So this is dedicated to smart contract developers who want to specialize in auditing. This is a very demanded job right now, and there is not much education on the market. So it's also an amazing program for everyone that wants to become a smart contract auditor. The next cohort is starting in September. So we're currently running one, and the next one is starting in September. And a program for non-techies that we're about to start in June is the Web3 marketing course, where we will have many marketing experts from the blockchain space to teach the participants on different Web3 marketing strategies, because marketing and sales in Web3 is actually going hand in hand. So it's important, to communicate well, how to sell your products well. Also organizing events, hackathons, building partnerships, developer relationships is also part of the program of Web3 marketing. So this is what we're going to teach in this program. So basically we have technical and non-technical programs depending on what your specialty is, what you want to work in the blockchain space.
All right, Maria, thank you so much. For those of you who are just joining us, this is BlockTalk, and today we have no other person than Maria, the founder for EkoLance. And today we were talking about how the role EkoLance is playing in blockchain education, especially in Africa. So we would like to we'll round up very soon. But before we round up, we would like to quickly play a short game. I think I give you a heads up about this game. So I think I will go first, or you go first. Um, it's actually a tongue twist game. It's an all D game. All right, so we're going to see who is going to nail it, and just go D without. Okay, the rule of the game is simple. You just go straight, non-stop, and say the words till the end. They're actually blockchain terminologies. So, would you want to go first, or I should go first?
Sure. So is it a competition, like who can say it quicker and better?
Yeah, without
Oh, wow.
without hesitating for
Okay.
a couple of seconds. Yeah.
Okay, let me try. Okay.
All right.
Distributed, decentralized digital data deployment dynamically drives the development of the disruptive DeFi domain.
I'm almost giving up because right now I think I'm going to feel. All right, let me try mine. Okay. Distributed, decentralized digital data deployment dynamically drives the development of disruptive DeFi domain. I think you won.
I think I won, yes.
All right, Maria, thank you so much for joining us today. We've had so much fun with you. And before we go real quick, we just have like two final questions for you. And one is, how does what advice would you give to someone interested in pursuing a career in the blockchain industry, especially in Africa?
I think the most important thing is to get experience and increase your network. So look for either an educational program that will expose you to blockchain experts, to increase your network and to really get to know the right people, or go to events where you can meet decision makers.
Amazing.
So this is extremely important because this is how you get a job in blockchain. So a lot of people say, yeah, through connections. It's not really through connections. It's more like in the blockchain space, people put a lot of emphasis on trust, and recommendations. So building your network and meeting the right people is the most important thing.
Wow. I'm lost right now because I'm just actually knowing this myself right now. Thank you so much for that. So you guys have heard, you have to build a network. That's how the blockchain system works. It's beyond connections, building network. So finally, how can people get involved with EkoLance and support your mission to empower African youths through blockchain?
Well, there are several ways. Actually, you can join our community by just subscribing to our newsletter, and you'll be informed about upcoming trainings or events that we do.
Okay.
We always accept people who would like to help us, spread the message and the word. So if you have any idea how we can improve, if you want to organize an event with us or invite us to a Twitter space or to your event, just write us a message. You can just go to our LinkedIn page and see who works for EkoLance, either our community manager, Prosper, or our community growth manager, Emmanuel. You can also write me on LinkedIn. I check my messages regularly.
Yeah,
so
sure.
If you have ideas or any way you can think of to help us or to you want to work with us, you can write us a message on LinkedIn.
All right, thank you so much. You've all heard, and we are super excited to have had you today. And we thank you so much for doing justice to our topic of discussion. And we would love to do this some other time with you. And would you have any final words? And I wanted to ask one last question. Would it be okay for me to put a link to your website on this podcast description so people can get to visit your site?
Of course, please do to ecolance.io and also to techfiesta.dev, because this
All
is the new product we're launching where we want to welcome everyone to participate in our hackathons.
All right. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And this is where we call it a day. And we really appreciate you for coming. So thank you so much,
Thanks,
Maria,
Barry.
and have a wonderful evening. Is it evening over there?
It's afternoon, early
Oh,
afternoon.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I think the time difference is not much for me as well.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you and have a good day.
Thanks, Barry. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye.